What's up everybody? It's me, LSP Spectre here with another video in Wayward Terran Frontier. We are continuing our series in the ship reviews. This is my second biggest ship that I have currently. It's a pretty cool one. I've enjoyed it. It's an overall very good ship, but there are some drawbacks and just some little things that make kind of a difference to me personally. I'm going to start off with the name. In my last video, I asked you guys to help me name them. None of you guys are commenting, so apparently you guys have no interest in helping me name them. So I've come up with a name for this one. I'm calling it the Battle Bridge because it kind of reminds me of the bridge of a ship. Even the inside kind of reminds me of that. I don't know why. It just kind of does. If you still want to put a name in for it, feel free to leave that in the comments. But other than that, you guys don't seem too interested in it, so I won't really mention it anymore. Walk around here kind of giving you guys a view of the inside. Some keynotes to remember about the ship is the main bridge is right here where the commander is sitting, and then we have a secondary right here, which brings me up to the very first point of this ship. It is best used when you have crew members. Obviously I have two. You don't need two, you only need one. If you have the third one, he's good for repairs, to help you repair, or if you want to have someone gunning and driving while you do run around and do repairs, even better. It's always better to have more crew members in a ship, but it's great to have, it's best to have at least one, but at the end of this video I will be showing you how to modify the ship so that you can pilot just by yourself. You don't need a crew member. To get a new crew member, you have to go to the research lab and you research, I think it's about 200 credits or 200,000 mass units of credits. Okay, so some more features about the ship. You've got 4 medium-sized turret mounts, and you have 4 small turret mounts. The 4 smaller in the back, the medium are in, or the 4 smaller on the front, the 4 medium are in the back. The secondary gunner, right here, where my AI is controlling right now, controls the front 2 turrets, or the front 4 turrets. Man, I'm getting all my numbers mixed up. And then obviously the main driving guy controls the 4 back. Now, one thing I will say, I don't know if it's just a glitch or if it's the way the power is set up in the ship. Whenever you're playing, these front 2 turrets take forever to load. And I'm not just being impatient. I mean, I can fight like 6 separate ships having to fly all around in between each one before it reloads again. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it's a glitch. I don't know if it's some error in the way that the ship is set up with power. Maybe that's one of the drawbacks of the ship, but it almost never reloads. It's kind of a pain, but you know, it's not bad. One upside to that is that you have AI controlling the front 2 turrets, which means it's very accurate. The AI is for some reason extremely accurate almost always. I've heard talk about that being changed based on their experience in the future of the development of this game, but for now it's a big perk. To fly around the ship, it's not super fast, but it's also not super slow. The thing is it doesn't need to be fast because of how big the ship is and how many cannons it has. So really you just kind of fly straight and then you aim where you want to be shooting. It's not a ship where you have to be focused in front because you have forward mounted the locked-in cannons that can only shoot forward. So it's not like that. You got pretty good engine power. You got 6 engines, which is pretty good. So it does move fairly fast, just not the fastest. You got 2, average sized bays for compartments here. One thing I will say, when you're rating other ships for credits, for stuff to get credits with, it's a big pain to have to walk all the way over here to check to see what you have, because sometimes you want to put stuff in your inventory to hold in case you accidentally die for some weird reason, like you accidentally fly into an asteroid. So that's one thing that I don't like about the ship. That's more of a personal thing. It just drives me nuts. Other than that, it maneuvers well. I will say this, when you are fighting it, I have fought them several times. Try to aim your best right here or right here. These are the fastest points you're going to be able to kill the bridge. To give you another look on the inside, these side reactors will explode, which is always a great thing. If you can get behind it, which can sometimes be a lot harder on ships, these 2 are extremely exposed, so aim for that rather than the engines. I know in my other videos that I've posted, excuse me, I always emphasize try to take out the engines. Don't for this ship. It's not worth your time unless that's all you can hit. You can't hit these, but try to go for these first because they will explode. Um, which isn't, I mean, obviously isn't the greatest thing in the world. You don't necessarily want them to explode, but if you're having trouble taking down the ship, go for them because you can repair them. Your engines should still run because you've got other reactors. Uh, so yeah, let's get into some combat, and I'll show you fighting. Okay, here we are against a pretty average ship. As you can see, my AI is not yet shooting. They have now fired at me, so now my AI is shooting. You can see they're fairly accurate. I'm rocking the larger guns. I've noticed that the AI tends to focus on where the enemy is, where the commander is sitting, more than anything. And as you can see, I took that up super fast. Now, it may depend on what guns you mounted, but man, in my opinion, that was really fast. And so it's a great ship to take out raiding and collect all this debris that falls from the ships you're raiding. The only part about that, and I've mentioned that before, is you have to walk all the way over there to see what landed in that bay. So that's kind of it in a basic fighting scenario. As you can see, it's really short. They don't last long. I tried to find a large ship to fight. You didn't see it because obviously I edited it out, and I wasn't able to find one. Just a bunch of these kind of size ships. So I'm not going to show you that. Taking too long. But man, sorry. I mean, overall, a fairly solid ship to add to your arsenal. If you see it, I would go for it if you kind of like the style of ship. Obviously, there's some other ones that I would probably prefer over this one that I've seen. But I mean, it's very fun. So now I'm going to kind of show you how to turn the ship into a solo ship when you don't have any crew members. Because obviously, you're only utilizing half this ship if you can do it. So let's go to that. Okay, so here we are back at the space station. All you need to do is go to your logistics room, hit spawn ship. Here's your ship. What you need to do is you need to create a clone design. Oh, put a name for it. Who really cares? Clone design. Now, it kills me that I don't know this for sure, but I can't remember whether you start with this or if this is a blueprint you find. So please forgive me in not remembering this. It's killing me that I don't remember this, so sorry. It might be a design blueprint you have to find, but this is the way you do it. Obviously, you start off with the wiring. You got these numbers. So how it works is that each cockpit is given control by what thing is by it. So the regular navigation selector is for driving, and how the guns are matched to the cockpit is the device that's put next to them. So as you see, this one has the number 1, and so these cannons are connected to it because they have the number 1 gunnery. I'm trying to think of a name for a commanding unit. I don't know, the little commanding unit. And so the 4 back ones are obviously for the navigation one because they have the navigation commanding unit next to this cockpit. So what you need to do is you need to take this one and replace all of the 1s with the dots, which is right there on the turret mount. Once you do that, bada bing, bada boom, you are now in control of the ship via this one. Now, another thing you can do, which is also kind of a great idea to be honest, obviously this cockpit is a little bit exposed, so why not take it and make this one the navigation? It's a little further back. They have a lot more to punch through before they reach you, which, in my opinion, is great. And why not leave both for just in case? For some reason that one gets hurt or something. So now you're ready to go. All you need to do is hit save. I hit it twice just because. Now you hit exit and you go back to spawn ship. And this arrow obviously lets you select between the ships. Then you go to the second set of arrows and they let you go into your clone designs that you created. Now you do is hit select your weapons, and then you head on to the ship. And so I'll show you what it kind of looks like just briefly. Okay guys, so this is great. I actually just found a large ship. It's actually my exact same ship where I'm in control of all the guns. So we're going to go ahead and get his attention, and I'll kind of show you how to fight this. So this is great because now I have control of all the cannons. You can see I have control of all 8. Unfortunately, this also puts a bit of the burden on me to make sure that I'm shooting accurately, which can be a little bit frustrating. As you can see, he's kind of showing me its back, which is really nice. Blew up that back reactor that I was telling you about. So that takes away a lot of his options. Fire blew up the other one. So now it looks like his engines aren't working too well. Looks like he may have hopped out of the cockpit to go repair that, or the explosion was a lot bigger than I thought it would be. So as you can see, even against these larger ships, it makes pretty good quick work of them, because the battle AI is good, but they're obviously not the best. There goes another explosion from the side reactor I was showing you. Man, they're dropping all sorts of cargo. Might as well pick it up. I mean, come on. As you can see, they've got a whole bunch of fires going on in their ship, which is really good for us. What was that? That was kind of cool. I've never seen that before. It may be an explosion effect he's put into the game, which is just awesome. So there we go. We've destroyed that ship. Bam. I'm so happy I got that. As you can see, I can now switch from that cockpit all the way down to here and still control the ship just fine, and I'm protected back here. Now, I guess one thing to caution, these reactors right here, I'm pointing with my hand, like you guys can see my hand in the screen. I'll point with the mouse instead. These created a large explosion which may have actually damaged this cockpit. So if you feel like you're getting fire from the back end a lot, you may want to move. And it looked like it did disable a lot of ships, so there would be quite a bit of repair if you were trying to get the ship in the process. So keep that in mind. Obviously, these side ones created damage, but not devastating damage, which is kind of what you want. Other than that, guys, I really don't have too much to say about the ship. It's been a great ship. I really enjoyed it. If you see it, I'd say if you like this style of ship, it's definitely worth going for. It's a little bit slower, and it's more about shooting than maneuvering. So if you like that, go for it. If not, I kind of ignore it for now, unless you're just trying to collect all the ships. Then go for it. Why not? It does make quick work of a lot of ships. And I mean, with the same thing, the way we reverse this, if you just want to drive, you could just set your AI to control all the turrets. I mean, there's 1,000 options once you get in control of that, whether you have crew members or not. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching this ship review. I hope you found it useful in helping you decide if you want the ship and how to use it, and how to destroy it and disable it. It's always nice to be able to see the inside of the ship and where all of its components are, so that you know how to take on the ship. If there's something I missed or something I didn't explain well enough, let me know, and if it's big enough, I will do a follow-up video explaining that in more detail, whatever you said. Let me know other ships or other things you'd like to see reviews or tutorials on, guys. I'd love to do videos that you want to see. Obviously, at this stage, there is a limited number of things I can do in the game. Don't worry, I still have a lot of content that I've got in mind that I'm going to do. So videos for Wayward Terran Frontier are not going to stop anytime soon. But I would still like your input on things that you may want to see. And possibly other games you may want to see of a similar style. Because, you know, I do this content for my viewers. And I know I have a few of you that have been watching them and hopefully enjoying. So let me know if you're into that kind of thing. So other than that, I'll see you guys later. See ya.